First of all, I want to thank everybody that took time to share your challenges, because honestly, it can be super scary to ask for help or let people know that you are struggling, because nobody ever wants to publicly tell people, yo, I'm on the struggle bus. But that is honestly one of the bravest things that you can do, is to reach out and ask for help, because staying in a place of overwhelmed, discouragement, disorganization, whatever you want to call it, is not a fun place to be. And the longer you stay there, the more comfortable you get, and then you just have a problem. So my hope today is to kind of give you some sort of motivation, support, and encouragement to start pulling you out of that place of overwhelm, discourage, defeat, struggle, wherever you are with your business. I will just let you know, though, anything that I say today is not going to be enough to completely get your business back on track if you feel like you are struggling right now. That is something that you are going to have to make a conscious decision to do, and you are going to have to sit down and say, okay, I am done with the excuses. I deserve this opportunity. I am going to do it because ... And that is going to be for you to fill in, because you have to decide why you are doing this and what you want out of this business. So let's get started. I have notes to keep me on track. You guys know how I get when I start talking. So I'm going to do my very best to stay right on my notes and seriously get through this as quick as possible. But I encourage you to stick with me to the end, because I have little notes that I jotted down from every single challenge that you all shared, because I want to give you feedback. So first of all, before I even get started, we are in a very tough time right now, December 2020. We have been in a tough time since March of 2020. We have been in a place of unknown, fear, anxiety, pivoting. Nobody has ever been through what our country has been facing for several months, and it seems to be getting worse before it gets better. This is just a very tough time, but I firmly believe that tough times don't last, but tough people do. Anybody that was a Color Street stylist back when this pandemic first started in April, when we had nothing but Easter and St. Patrick's Day sets available on our website, you guys know how hard that was. And can you tell me how much of a breath of fresh air it was yesterday to see that our amazing home office increased our set limit to 8? You guys, we were in a tough time back in April when we were trying to keep our businesses afloat, and we could not do anything. We were scrambling to place orders when they would do restocks. I mean, I don't even want to revisit that place, because that was a tough place. That was a place where a lot of people threw in the towel, and they are not here seeing this video now because they gave up. But little did they know, if they would have stuck with it a couple months longer, things would have really turned around, because you guys, the summer is typically the slowest time for all direct sales. Color Street had substantial growth, and we all had a booming business throughout the summer, when that's normally a very slow time. So this year has been abnormal. This has not been your typical year. Can anybody give me an amen to November 2020? What was supposed to be the biggest, best month of the year, and literally smacked us all in the face like, hello, 2020 ain't done with you yet. You thought November was going to be good? Girl, bye. Sorry, it's not. I mean, dang. My plans for my personal business went out the window about a week into November, because I was like, okay, I don't know what's going on, but 2020 done showed up again and swept me right off my feet, and I had to change everything. I had to pivot. That's what you do as a business owner. You don't throw in the towel when things get rough. You keep going. So that's what I've had to do, just like that's what you've had to do. So I'm getting off my notes. I'm sorry, you guys. But I just want to tell you, for what it's worth, you didn't come this far to only come this far. I don't know what your goals are with your business, but this is not the end. you need to keep on going because there is some good things ahead for you in your journey. I know there is. I'm declaring it over your business right now. Okay, let me get back on my notes, you guys. See what happens? Okay, so for those of you that are in that place of that discouragement, struggle, you feel like you're driving the struggle bus, you feel overwhelmed, you feel like you don't know what to do, what I want you to do today is just to stop and step back and take a breath and just reevaluate things, because you are feeling overwhelmed because you are trying to do entirely too much. Yes, you are trying to do too much. I don't know what this season of your life looks like. I don't know if you are, a mom trying to raise 5 kids and you're married and you're working a full-time job and you're homeschooling your kids and you're trying to do this business and you've got sports on top of that for your kids. I don't know. I don't know what your situation looks like, but there's too much going on right now. And this business is not meant to overwhelm you. This business to me is supposed to be fun. And the moment that you stop having fun with your business is the moment that you need to reevaluate things, because you really need to make some changes and quit trying to be Superwoman. We can only do that for so long. I'm just saying. Or Superman, if you're a man watching this video, I apologize. But stop trying to do everything and just step back and look at your business and say, okay, I'm going to focus on the bare minimum basics until I can get my shiz together, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, first of all, have fun. And when I do step back from my break and get back into my business, I'm going to make sure that I'm having fun. Scheduling 1, maybe 2 posts in your VIP group every day, because y'all, that does not take time at all. You can go right to these amazing graphics groups that these women make free graphics for all of us to use, and you can find some content to put in your VIP group. You don't have to make graphics. You don't have to come up with nothing. You go into that group, you browse, you find some this or that graphics, you find, a mixed Manny spotlight or whatever, and you share it in your group. You create engagement. Okay, so need to get back on track because I'm getting way ahead in my notes. So this is what I want to tell you is it is 110% okay to have a bad month. We all do. Everybody has a bad month. Leaders have a bad month. Brand new stylists have a bad month. Kelly France has bad months. Katie Harbison has bad months. All these women that I'm naming are some of the top leaders that a lot of us look up to in Color Street, and they have bad months just like we do, okay? So don't think that just because people are higher up and they're executive directors, senior executive directors, national executives, don't think that they don't struggle. Don't think that they don't have moments where they think, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm going to do. I feel like giving up. They do have bad months. It happens. So don't let a bad month determine your future and your success, because next month could be your biggest and best month yet. There have been months where I have went, 2, 3, 4 months hitting my bare minimum, which is $1,200 in sales. And then there have been months where I'm like, what in the heck is going on? I just sold $2,600 in nail polish. Like, you don't know what each month is going to bring in your business. So if you give up now, you don't know what January 2020 could hold for you. You don't know what spring of 2020 could hold for you. I mean, there's a lot of exciting things coming up in the Color Street world. We will have Valentine's Day collection coming soon. We will have a spring collection, a brand new catalog coming soon. We will have St. Patrick's Day nails coming soon, and those are a hit every single year. Like, people go nuts over the St. Patty's nails. But you're not going to know if you don't make it until that day. And you want to be consistently showing up every day from now until then, because when those new collections come out and you're all excited because you get that email from home office and you're like, oh my gosh, this Valentine's Day collection is the bomb.com. And then you go to share it with your VIPs and they've all already found another stylist because you're not dedicated and serious to your business. So you take all that excitement to your VIP group and then nobody comments, nobody likes it because they're already on with another stylist because you weren't serious about your business and you weren't showing up. So if you aren't dedicated and consistent with your business, why would your customers be? They're not going to be. They're going to go find that stylist that's showing up every day, and they're going to get connected with that stylist. So, all right, hear me out. Network marketing businesses take time to build. They take time. Do you hear me? It takes time to build a booming network marketing business. If it brought you overnight success, why would we have corporate America jobs? Why would we have people working at gas stations and Walmart and fast food restaurants? If network marketing was easy, why wouldn't everybody be doing it? Why would there only be a couple people at the top ranks with Color Street if network marketing was easy? Wouldn't everybody be there? Yeah, they would. When it comes to network marketing, you have to look at the long-term picture. You have to say, okay, right now it's December 2020. By December 2021, this is where I want to be with my business. I want to be selling X amount of dollars in nail polish. I want to be a executive director. I want to have a team of 250. I want to be doing 8 parties every single month. I don't know what you want with your business, but you have to look at the long-term picture when it comes to network marketing, because you are not going to see any type of overnight success. It doesn't happen that way. It just doesn't. And you can't compare your success to somebody else's, because you don't know what that person brought into this business. They could have had a following of 1,000+ people when they started their Color Street business. So for them, right off the bat, they're team building, they're having substantial sales, they're, doing all this stuff that you're sitting back getting discouraged about because you're not doing the same. But you came into this with no network marketing experience versus the person that had 10 years of experience and a following of thousands of people. Do you get where I'm going with this? So what you have to know is the long-term picture, and then you have to know that every single day that you show up for your business, that's getting you one step closer to your ultimate goals with your business. So you have to stay consistent. You have to keep showing up. And this is just a little nugget of information for you. Quitting is not going to get you there any faster. I hate to break the news to you, but if you quit, you're not going to get there any faster. So some people on the post that I made asked about motivation. And the motivation that you have simply is not going to come from me. It's not going to come from a podcast. It's not going to come from anything except for here. It's going to come from within. That's something that you are going to have to connect with and figure out why you are doing this. You need to come up with a business plan. You have to come up with goals. Maybe create a vision board. Figure out what it is that you want out of this business. But there is no leader that's going to motivate you. So it's just not going to happen. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to chat about is VIP interaction. So I did a training just recently regarding the structure that I did in my VIP group. I felt like my VIP group was just so-so. It was average. I didn't put much effort or thought into it. My main focus was parties. And I ran into a wall where I couldn't book parties. And I said, you know what? I have a VIP group of 600+ people that I am just throwing to the wolves. And I said, okay, I'm going to step back from parties because, like I said, when you guys start to get overwhelmed and feel like you're struggling in a certain area of your business, it's okay to stop trying to do everything. So I stopped worrying about parties and I focused on my VIP group. I took time to plan all of September in my VIP group, and I restructured it with the information that I shared in that VIP training, which I will link to this video. And every single month since September, I've seen bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger changes in my VIP group. And I'm so thankful that I stopped and I seen that I was struggling in that area and I took the time to correct it, because now, I'm like an unstoppable freight train when it comes to my VIP group. I'm just so addicted to the fun that I'm having in my VIP group and the outcome that I'm seeing and the engagement and just the amount of people that are commenting on posts and liking things, and just so much interaction in my VIP group. So the main thing with your VIP group is posting daily, showing up, letting your VIPs know that you are dedicated, and creating engagement. So when you post things, ask for feedback, create some type of engagement. You can even post something like, I don't know, Pepsi or Coke, and ask people to comment. Or how do you like your bacon? And crispy or burnt? Or I don't know. You guys, it's so easy to create engagement. Just ask people for their opinion. We as people love to talk. We love to give our opinion. So ask for it. People will engage. And it does take time. VIP groups are not something that you are just going to start this business and have tons and tons and tons of engagement. Like, it doesn't happen that way. But once people see that you are dedicated and you are consistent, they will start coming around. When they're like, oh, dang, Danielle has made a post every day for the last 2 weeks. Obviously, she ain't going nowhere. Let me go in here and tell her how I like my bacon. Like, they will. But I'll tell you something else. Me personally, this is my personal opinion. I have friends all the time. This week she's with this company. A month from now she's with this company. And this person's inviting me to this. I like to see consistency before I support any of my friends. I do not mind supporting my friends that are in network marketing companies. But if I know that next week you're going to quit this business and go to this one, I'm darn sure not going to get connected and committed to X, Y, and Z company that you're with this week. So when people see that we are dedicated and that we are going to be around, I think that they are more likely to support us. So, and I hope that makes sense. But for me personally, I just like to see consistency, and I like to know that, okay, if I get connected to this supplement lady, I want to know that she's dedicated to this supplement company, if that makes sense. Okay, enough about that. So the next thing that I'm going to talk about, and I don't have these in any particular order. I literally went through the post and I wrote down the challenges that you guys were having. So the next one is leading. And I just put some notes here, and I'm literally probably going to read directly from my notes because I don't want to miss anything, because leading is a very hard job. It really is. And my biggest advice when it comes to leading and, building your team is slow and steady, and leading by example, showing your team what is working for you. So I know a lot of people, they just see, these ranks with Color Street, and they try to just tackle X, Y, and Z and climb these ranks super fast. And what I want to tell you is a lot of times that leads to burnout. If you just stay slow and steady and consistent with your team, it will happen, because not only are you going to be enrolling, but your team will start enrolling. And the best way to make those things happen is just leading by example and sharing what's working for you. And that's in all areas: VIP groups, parties, enrolling, whatever it is, sharing with your team what you are doing to find success in your business. And having your teams focus on the basics to avoid being overwhelmed and giving up. Because a lot of times when you are throwing so much at your team, they do get overwhelmed. Now, me personally, I would rather have all the things, because I know that I can pick and choose what is fitting for my business. Like, if somebody threw a VIP training at me right now and a training on enrolling, I would put the VIP training on the back burner for right now, because I feel like I'm doing well enough to make my heart happy in my VIP group, but I know that I could use some help with enrolling because I have not enrolled anybody in several months. So you see what I'm saying? So even if, you feel like, whether you're the person that feels overwhelmed or you're the leader, I think that with the amount of resources that we have available, encourage people, or if it's you, encourage yourself to just be mindful that you don't have to do everything right now. You can screenshot something and go back to it later. You can save the link to the training on a note on your phone and just save it for a time when you got some downtime and you want to listen to something. But all of the resources that are available to you don't have to be used right this minute, because let me tell you, there's a lot of resources available. So for leaders, be sure that you know the goals of your team, and don't be afraid to reach out beyond your level 1. So don't be afraid to reach out past the people that you enrolled, but knowing the goals of your team and your stylist is going to take a huge burden off of your back. Because let's say that you reach out to me and you say, Danielle, I am so excited for a new month coming up. What are your goals for January? And I say back to you, well, I think I want to sell $100 in nail polish. I'm going to take a break on parties in January, and I really don't have a desire to enroll anybody on my team in January. Do you guys see what I'm saying? Do you see how much stress and headache that takes out of the whole situation? Because now maybe you were counting on me to enroll 2 new stylists and bring in $1,000 in nail polish sales. But you know, heading into January, that I only want to sell $100, and I am not planning to enroll anybody or share the business opportunity. You know, just figuring out where your stylists stand helps alleviate so much stress as a leader. It does, you guys. So, yes, on my notes I have that I literally have exhausted myself in the past. I would say it was probably around the time that I was transitioning from team leader to director. I really got super overwhelmed, and I mentally exhausted myself because I thought that I could just come in and make these people have the same goals and vision that I did with my business. And what I quickly realized is I literally was hurting my personal business and myself as a leader by trying to pick up and carry the burdens of those people that had no desire to be successful, no desire to, you know, sell a certain amount of nail polish every month or grow a team or whatever it was that I saw in that person. It doesn't matter if you know that that person could be the best leader, the best stylist, if they could, you know, do whatever. If they don't want that, it does not freaking matter what you see in that person with their potential, because they have to want it. And carrying the weight of somebody who is not motivated or doesn't want success is only hurting you. That is why it is so critical as a leader. If you are planning to grow a team and you have on your business vision that you want to be a certain rank by a certain time, you have to continually be working your personal business. As a leader, the best thing that you can do is lead by example and make sure that your personal business is on point. As far as leadership goes, there is really not a lot that you have to do as a leader, because there is so much help and support out there for people to be successful that you don't have to do much besides lead by example and share with them what is working for you. So that's really all I have on there. But what you need to do, and this just piggybacks onto what I said, is meet your girls where they're at. Figure out their goals and coach them accordingly, because pushing people beyond that becomes more about your goals and not about theirs. So as much as you may want to have X, Y, and Z happen with your business, if your team is not on board for that and that's not in their business plan, then you need to be doing more parties and sharing the business opportunity and enrolling people that might have that vision that you can grab and take by the arm and take off running and go to the top with, because there are people out there that want that with their business. But there are also a lot of people that do this business for fun. And there are a lot of people that just want to do the bare minimum every month. They want to be consistent with their business and they want to bonus qualify. That's all they want to do. And for those people, that's okay because you are the CEO of your own business. So you get to come up with your goals. You get to write your business plan. So, okay, that's enough on leading because I could talk about leading all day long because I have learned a lot in the couple years that I have been leading, and I am still learning today. I learn all the time. So, enrolling. This is not my hot area. Anytime somebody talks to me about enrolling, I basically tell them that you need to be genuine. You need to be passionate about your business and know that your vibe is going to attract your tribe. And that is so true because I've asked people that have enrolled with me, I say, why do you enroll with me versus somebody else? And they say, your passion shows. You love your business. You love your team. I can see that in you. And I was attracted to you. The moment that I met you, I knew that when I signed up, I wanted to sign up with you. And that's basically what people tell me. You need to share the opportunity with everyone. Share with your hostesses. Share with your best customers. I mean, even if somebody tells you no, you are still planting that seed. I had 3 different hostesses last month that I shared the opportunity with, and all of them said, I want to sign up, but I want to get through the holidays. And you know what? I could have pressed and tried to get them to sign up last month or this month, but I'm not that person. I'm like, okay, that is great. I will check back with you after Christmas and we can chat more about what we need to do to get you set up. But just know that you've planted that seed, it's there, and you never know. Somebody might say, heck no, I don't want to be a stylist. But then a month or 2 later, as they're watching your journey and they are part of your VIP group and you are showing up every day and you are passionate and you are having so much fun and they see that you're going live with your daughter and your live video because you're working from home, they're like, oh my gosh, I could do this. I could totally do what she's doing. So you never know. You never know who's watching. You never know when somebody might say, hey, I want some more information about being a stylist. You don't know. And just remember that when you share the opportunity, it's not about us. And if you make it about you and come off in a sense that them enrolling is going to benefit you, I think that that's not a good look. I think that it needs to be all about that person and what it could do for them, because I feel like this opportunity is truly a gift. This opportunity is life-changing with the freedom, with the flexibility, with the sisterhood, with the income, with so many areas of this business that I just feel like this truly is a gift, and gifts are meant to share. And I think that we need to share. So the next area, oh gosh, I still have a lot more to go. I'm trying to hurry, guys, and I've already been live for 30 minutes, so I'm sorry. Stick with me. I got a few more things to share. So, okay, follow up. For me, I'm a pen and paper girl. I create spreadsheets for everything. I have forms for everything. Sticky notes. I do a lot of sticky notes because I love ripping sticky notes off and throwing them away. I feel accomplished when I do that. I have my planner, but I know there are other follow-up systems out there. What I would encourage you to do is check with some of the upline groups. Just go in there one day when you've got some downtime, maybe after you finish dinner and you're sitting down, kick back, watching some TV, go into some of the upline groups and just search follow-up and look at all the posts that pop up. And you may find an idea that somebody else is using that works amazing for you. But those upline groups are awesome resources to find ideas. You can go into that search bar and type enrolling, recruiting, VIP groups, and you will find so much information that would truly help you in your business. So, okay, let's see. Organization. For me, like I said, I use my planner, keeps me organized. I use block scheduling. That is a huge help in my business. I use reminders. And again, I use a lot of Google Docs and Google Forms to keep me organized. So that's also something that I encourage you to check out and utilize the upline groups and see what people are doing to help stay organized. But I'm just very old-fashioned when it comes to things. So finding time. So this is what I'm going to start with on finding time. And this is not to come across in a mean way, but we can make time. We find time for things that are important to us. I use this analogy a lot, but birthday parties, baby showers, things that we have to take time out of our schedule to attend and possibly drive a long way to attend, we do it because it's important to us. It's a priority. So it's the same thing with your Color Street business. If this business is important to you, you will find time. That might even be waking up 30 minutes early on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to get an extra 90 minutes in to work your business, or maybe staying up an hour late on Saturday nights to work your business, or Monday nights. I don't know. But I'm sure there are times throughout the day that you have downtime. So let's say maybe your lunch break, you might have 30 minutes. If you plan ahead and know, okay, on my lunch break, I have time. What do I need to do today? And you make a list of 3 things that you're going to do on your lunch break rather than sit down and get lost in the Facebook world or chatting in your VIP group or something. Okay, on my lunch break, I need to message X, Y, and Z about booking a party. I need to follow up with X, Y, and Z to see if they got their samples. I need to follow up with these 4 people that ordered last week. And you sit down on your lunch break and you knock that out super fast because you've planned ahead and you know what you need to get done in that 30 minutes or that 20 minutes. It makes life so much easier because we all have pockets of time throughout our day that we can squeeze things in and take advantage of some Color Street time. So the next thing was getting people to buy on your website. So I'm assuming this was from somebody that is only getting inventory sales. And the only thing that I really have on that subject is I know several stylists that run their Color Street business like a boutique, where they basically buy inventory and their customers prefer to buy from them versus the website. And to me, either way, you're making money. So the only thing is with your inventory, you have to take the time to package it and all that. But me personally, I got really big on inventory sales during the COVID lockdown. And I started to really enjoy doing that. I felt like it personalized things. It got me connected to my VIPs. So for me, I don't really mind when they buy from my inventory. So I don't really have a lot of input as far as getting people to buy on the website, other than just telling them, I prefer that you guys buy on my website. I'm not going to be carrying as much inventory, maybe. I don't know. But to me, I wouldn't take a chance on missing out on sales. Okay, so let me get through these last couple really fast. I do apologize. This is a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. So the next thing was finding hostesses. The way that I have found hostesses is simply asking, just personally messaging them and asking them. But I also get a lot of parties booked off of my Google Forms. I have a Google form for samples. I have a Google form for winners when I do giveaways, and I have a Google form for my inventory. And all of those forms have an option on there asking, would you like to earn some free and discount nails by sharing Color Street with your friends and family? And so many people I have, for answers, I have yes, send me more details, please, or no, thank you. And you wouldn't believe how many people check yes, I love free nails. That's what it is. Yes, I love free nails. They check yes or send me more details. And that right there opens up a conversation for me to start sharing with them about hosting a party. But also, I tell them there are 2 different ways that you can earn free and discount nails by sharing Color Street. The first one is by hosting a party. The second one is by becoming a stylist and doing what I do. So there again, that's another way to open up the opportunity with the business or hosting. So, okay. There was one comment about slow parties. And honestly, I feel like it is just the time of year. We have COVID, we have virtual learning, we have the election. Everything I feel like right now is just unknown. This is a time when people are at a very high stress level. They are very anxious. And I think that we just have to really pivot when it comes to parties. I think that a lot of people are having slow parties right now, and it's not you, it's just the time that we are in. So maybe, just try to talk with your hostess about getting more involved. Go live in your parties, maybe try to do an interactive giveaway to get people involved. Have your hostess tag people on giveaways and comments, personally message all the people that are in the party. There are some things you can do to try to get more interaction. Okay, party templates. So there are several party templates in Team No Excuses in the units. There are also several party templates in upline groups, and there are an abundant amount in Nailed It Graphics Group, I think is what it's called. Nailed It? Something like that. Nailed It Graphics Group, I think is what it's called. But in that group, there are girls' nights templates and party templates. So many. So many, you guys. Like, you will be overwhelmed with the amount that's in there. But I have been running my online parties with a girls' night in style. So I do a couple posts leading up to the girls' night. And then typically on Sundays, either at 7 or 8, I do a girls' night in. And I pull girls' night in templates from that Nailed It graphics group. And that's what I use. Okay, so a couple comments about gaining momentum for 2021. And again, I feel like that goes back to pulling out the pen and paper, sitting down and truly writing out your business plan, your goals for the year, your goals for the month, your vision. Basically in 2021, what do I want to do? And if you are a leader, set up a Zoom call with your team and call it whatever you want. But get your downline on the Zoom call where you guys can be face-to-face with video and you guys can walk through together with, okay, let's get out our pen and paper, get a piece of notebook paper. Let's write out our goals for January. Let's write out our business plan. Let's write out where we want to be by spring, where we want to be by summer, where we want to be by fall. And then write out, just vision cast. What do you want to do with your business? And the last thing that I want to end on, and I talked about it earlier in the video, is utilizing the resources that are available to us. And like I said, there is a lot. I literally am overwhelmed with the amount of information and support that's out there. And I screenshot everything. I've shared this with you all before, but let's say that there is a Connect the Dots training in the Color Street Facebook group. And I see that it's something that I'm like, I want to watch this. I need to remember. So I take my phone and I screenshot it. That way it's in my photos and I can remember tomorrow or the next day or whenever I have downtime, oh yeah, I wanted to watch that training and connect the dots. So once I watch that training, I delete that picture out of my photo album. But I do it with all of the upline groups. If I see something that I know I want to watch later on, I will go back, I'll just screenshot it and then go back later and watch it, because we don't always have time to listen or watch when things are actually happening because of life. So just make it a note to go back and watch it later on, because you never know what you might pull from a training. You may watch a training on VIP groups and learn something you never knew about follow-up, and it completely changes your business. You don't know. So I encourage you, listen to those trainings. Listen in the car. Listen when you're cooking dinner or when you're getting ready for the day, when you're in the shower. I don't know. Whenever you have downtime, you don't have to watch. You don't have to see somebody's face. You just need to listen. Okay. So, yes, and I have on my notes, there is way too much available for anybody to fail in this business. I mean, literally there is. The only way that you are going to fail as a Color Street stylist is if you just give up and walk away. Because no matter what area of your business you are struggling with, there are resources out there to help you with that specific area. And I can also guarantee you that there is an upline that is ready and willing and eager to help you get your business back on track. But they don't know if you don't reach out for help or you don't respond to their messages when they ask you, what can I help you with? If you want success with this business, you will get it. Trust me. Okay. Oh, and I also have on my notes, the amount of support with Color Street is literally unreal. I was with another network marketing company before this that I tried for 3+ years to build a business, and I didn't have a fraction of the support and help that I have with Color Street. And when I joined Color Street, I said, this is a blessing. If I had had this amount of support with my other business that I was in, I guarantee you I probably would have been one of the top leaders in that company, because I was lost in my other company. I was trying to do it all on my own. I didn't know what it was like to have trainings. I didn't know what it was like to have somebody that would grab my hand and help me along. So with Color Street, I have just been blown away from the day that I joined 2+ years ago. So here's what I want to end on. I normally like to end my trainings with a quote, but this is just going to be raw and cut to the point. Is we all have two choices. Two choices. You can either evolve or you can repeat. And the good thing is you get to pick. So I would love to know, are you going to evolve or are you going to repeat? So let me know if any part of this training helped you, because that's always my goal. I always aim to help at least one person. If I can encourage one person with my trainings, then I've done my job. So thank you all for listening, and I'll talk to you soon.